Silver to me is great for business. I can afford a lot more silver. I can do a lot more things with silver to produce more money. Um, in that, do you believe the gap will close from having silver right now at $18, 18.50 right now, 18.15 right now, right? Do you see it jumping to $49 in the near future?
Um, whew. I mean, there's so much scenarios that would have to happen, but based off everything that I'm seeing going on around in the world, it's possible. It's possible, if everything just, as far as supply and demand, JT, right now there's so much more, there's so much more people aware of gold and silver right now as we speak, because something that we have now that we didn't have back then is a lot more people being more informed about silver, either through online, Safari, websites, and most importantly, with YouTube. Like if you really think about it, if you're looking at all the online bullion dealers, right? What is their, like, if you really look at everything they're doing, what are they doing the most? They're interacting with the YouTube audience. Yeah. They're interacting, like, I have videos where they come, hey, this and that, hey, listen, let's do a video together and blah, 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 this and that. There's tons of this. You go on to somebody who said, hey, they're talking about SD bullion. They're being active in that. So they see the market, they see where the information, they see the potential advertisement, and they're like, hey, you know what? Let's go into that. That's where they're focusing on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're going to where their audience is, and that would affect the supply and demand, I believe. And with everything that's going on in the economy, and I'm not, not being political, and I'm just going to say one thing and just and that'll be all. But with everything that's going on in the economy today, hey, it's possible. It's possible. I would say it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. I'm looking at the interaction within, and I wanted to make one point that Michael M. Brought up, and I'll bring that up to the screen. I have to worry about my tuition first, but yes, long-term retirement stack is the plan. And that's one thing that we have a discussion about as well. My oldest daughter is in college, and we're paying financial, contributions as well. And I'm like, wow, I'm thinking about retirement, thinking about stacking more, but that monthly bill and taking care of tuition can be daunting, right? So I know that just like myself, other people in the community having big purchases or big things they're taking care of at the present may stop them from really benefiting from planning and stacking for the future. So what ways do you think, even though big purchases and big things can be taken from the household, that other responsibilities, what plan would you do if you had very low amount to contribute to your purchase metal fund? How would you deal with that?
I get creative. JT is not that. There's so much stuff I'm trying to accomplish this year that it is tight. It is real tight. Pause. So as far as talking about that, I have to get creative as far as making extra money. I have to figure out different ways to get extra money. For like last year, the majority of the silver I bought, I think it was an additional $8,000. The majority of that came from what I made on YouTube, or it came from that. And I just took all that and just kept rebuying silver. So I got creative. I was like, hey, you know what? I have this. I got to get done by 2020. I have this. I got to get done. I have to make sure I pay off this. So I'm gonna have to not take from my income, my job income, for me to buy silver, but at the same time I can build this right here, and through the monetization and through selling bars and selling all stuff like that, I was still able to buy the same amount of silver, if not more than I was when I was taking from my job income to buy the silver. So you have to get creative. And as far as that as well, JT, there's different phases that goes on in people's life. If I was in your situation, I would not be buying silver as much as I'm buying right now. If I'm in, if there's somebody who's in there's different situations to handle. So in that aspect, if you're watching this and you're like, hey, how do I do this? Don't look at what JT's doing. Don't look at what I'm doing. You have to sit down and be like, hey, how much money do I have? All right, hey, what am I trying to accomplish? If you're trying to pay down your tuition, hey, focus on that. But at the same time, silver is $16-18. You can, silver is still $16-18. That's like what, a night out or something. Hey, If you just buy 1 ounce a week, hey, that's still 50 ounces that you have by the end of the year, and you still have something. You know, and you still paying off the tuition. You still paying off the tuition. Hey, you still have 1 ounce here this week. Still taking care of that tuition. Still paying that bills. But hey, I still have another ounce next week. Or by the end of this month, I just paid this off. But I also have 4 ounces of silver by the end of this month. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm getting there. So you don't have to be like, oh man, I need to spend $1,000 on silver this week.
Right. It's about putting that budget together.
You still have silver. And once you're done paying off your tuition, once you're done paying off that mortgage, once you're done paying off your debt, you can always flip it over. Be like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go all in on silver, but hey, I have a little bit more. Maybe instead of 1 ounce a week, I can focus on 5 ounces a week.
Yeah.
It's all the perspective, and this is why a lot of people get hated on YouTube or through comments or stuff like that. It's just I'm doing something dealing with my situation, and they're trying to put their situation into my habits of buying silver. And they say, "Oh man, why would you do that? You need to go lower. You need to." Hey, all right, cool, but that's what you would do. That's great for you. Mm-hmm. But you don't understand my situation. My situation, I'm in a situation where I can buy a little bit more silver. I'm in a situation where I can do this and pay off debt at the same time. Yeah. So that's just my.
That's good for proper planning. You know, like we talked about before, is putting those soldiers on the front line and having those lines of defense. And you done that pretty successful.
It's really that's why I like to focus on mindset, because you can have 100 ounces of silver and you can have 100,000 ounces of silver, but if the mind's not right, if the mindset is not right, either you'll sell it off, or you just do something totally stupid. Oh man, I got this much money, or just like, man, let me just set. It's all about the mindset and knowing how to. That's why I love to focus on mindset. Like the last video I released had nothing to do with silver. It just had to talk about New Year's resolution, but it's the mindset that goes behind it. It's the discipline that goes behind it that generates the results that you want in your life. Whether it be silver, whether it be buying gold, whether it be buying platinum, even if. Because there's some people out there that loves copper. Even if you're you want to buy copper, if there's a proper mindset for it, I guarantee you there's a way. I just haven't figured it out yet, but there's a way you guys can make money off copper.
I do. Copper rings. 5 for 2, sell it for 20.
You see, I would do that to make copper bars.
Yeah.
I'll make copper bars, but the thing's just too hard to stamp and hard to know. I'm like, forget it.
Yeah.
Alright guys, you just saw a small piece of a video that me and JT did on a live episode of Silver Talk that we do every Sunday around 1, if JT's early or not, around 1, maybe even 4 o'clock every Sunday. If you guys have any questions, comment it down in the comments below so we can get to it on Silver Talk on a live episode every Sunday. Have a good one, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and JT's channel and also the remake. Have a good one.